So the things that we're gonna do today are our new baby. Duo Dorifto. Turbo!
I will kill you.
And lots of adventures that we're gonna have with this car. Good morning, comrades, from the back seat, but not with Boris, but with this amazing suitcase, and Robert being my driver. Today, or actually should I say yesterday, but if you watched the previous video, we had some interesting things. So we are actually reviewing and comparing 7 Series to the A8, but now it's actually the morning of this day and basically the start of today's vlog. So the things that we're gonna do today are, or actually what I'm going to do is, right now we're driving back to the house because the Speciale will be picked up. By the way, here's a nice shot of us doing a tunnel run. Yeah, this will be picked up, then I will be heading back to Nürburg to check out Apex, the construction progress. I will swing by at Atomic to leech some of their Wi-Fi to upload yesterday's and the day before vlog. Robert really need to fix the Wi-Fi at Apex as soon as possible. Yeah, actually, that reminds me, we need to call the Wi-Fi guy, or actually the internet guy, because we might get a fiberglass connection with up to 500 megabits download speed, and that's pretty kick-ass if you compare with the mainstream internet which is available in the Eifel region. A lot of people complain that the internet in Germany sucks in the first place, let alone in the village of Nürburg. But yeah, this is something to speak later about. Yeah, like I told you yesterday, Atomic is gonna get like what, $250,000 worth of shipment of car parts. So for the car parts geeks, that's gonna be some interesting experience to look at. And finally, I'm planning a trip to Holland because I want to visit my mommy after being half a year away in Russia. So that's pretty much it. Let's head out to today's adventure. Fast forward to the front seat and we're driving backwards. That makes no sense. But what does make sense, that I totally forgot to tell you about, is that we're visiting Toyota to check out the GT86 that we're gonna purchase for Apex. Should we go for an IGO for cheap rental? Maybe we can come up with an IGO Cup. Toyota. Okay, let's do this. And there she is. Our new baby, probably. Robert is already inside, so what do you think of it?
I think it's got seat heating, full Alcantara.
You don't need a 7 Series, man.
Oh, you don't need a 7 Series?
You can go with that.
This thing's pretty cool.
Wait till you drive it. You're gonna love this thing. Oh, wow, whoa.
Yeah, carbon fiber.
Carbon fiber.
Is it real?
Nah, it doesn't look like it.
Wat werd das nemen? Das passt. Okay, is dat nou een kilometer drauf? 10 kilometer. Okay, cool. Okay, vielen Dank. Bis dann, ciao.
Okay, we're gonna go for a little test drive. The car has you can see it.
10 kilometers.
10 kilometers in total. So it's a brand new. We're gonna be probably the first people ever, well, not ever to drive this car, but probably first customers, because that's actually what the guy has told us, that nobody has driven this car before, so they don't know. What did he actually say? He said something about
Oh, he said it's never been driven, so since it's brand new, you're probably going to smell some of the oils burning off, and the bearings and things like that. So he said basically, if you smell anything, that's just because it's brand new and never been driven.
So I have very positive experience with the car. That's why I actually said we should get one of these, because I really like the way it handles. So I hope that after this small test drive, Robert can confirm this fact. And the problem is that there are no back roads here where we are, because we're obviously at some industrial area where all the dealers are located. So, but we're gonna make the best of it. So we're 2 kilometers down on test drive. What are your first impressions?
I'm already modding it, so we're gonna put a roll bar in it, some 6-point harnesses. I think it's a cool car.
Yeah,
I like it. Yeah, it's got a good little tone to it. I think with some exhaust, it's gonna sound really good. But so far, I really like it.
Yeah.
Yeah, I really like it so far. I like the dash. It's got a neat look to it. It's very basic, very simple.
Alcantara.
Alcantara.
This must be touchscreen as well. Yeah. I wonder what this is, because on the previous generation GT86, the first gen, you didn't have a track mode. So The thing is, what I think, because obviously you see there's a traction off and there's a traction off track. One of the main complaints that the first generation Toyota GT86 had on the track, especially on Nordschleife, is that the traction control was just way too hard on you. So for example, when you enter the carousel, then it would be just go completely nuts. So what then would happen, that people would switch it off completely because there was no intermediate level, and yeah, after that they would actually crash the car. So I hope they fixed it, and I'm pretty sure they are, but this is something we can only find out by going out on the track. Oh, hitting the apex on that one. I see what you're doing.
Don't miss it.
Yeah. Or you're gonna regret it. Oh, it has a rev blip. Rev light. Well, we had a little drive, and of course it wasn't like anything competitive, but it's fairly similar to the previous generation GT86, and there's nothing bad about it. It's actually good. So a couple of things that I want to tell you that we're gonna change to this car. So first of all, it desperately needs a spoiler, okay? So it's gonna get one. The second thing is the wheels, and it's not because of the looks, but the thing is, the tires are very narrow, and they actually come from a Prius. It has a good side because they're very narrow. If you want to do some drifting, it's a perfect thing to do. But if you want to get some better, stickier tires for track day action or something similar, you cannot get anything good in this size. So we're gonna go for a different set of wheels. I already have something cool in mind. I might actually show them to you today already. Other than that, performance-wise, different suspension, it's a must. I'm actually gonna go tomorrow to a suspension manufacturer and show to you what we're gonna get, most probably. Yeah, different suspension, different brake pads, other exhaust, ECU tune. Probably for interior, gonna go for roll bar, different seats and harnesses. And after that, that's already quite a lot in terms of modifications. So before we know, we might be even adding turbocharger to it. But nah. But I think it's all those little big things gonna change the car completely to enjoy it even more. And do I dare to say it, maybe even have more fun with this car than a more expensive one? Now, and for those who are wondering, of course we are going to document the whole process of building and tuning the car, so don't worry. Bye bye Toyota, but we will see her pretty soon because we are able to pick it up already by the end of the week. But for now we're gonna go back to Robert's place because the Ferrari 458 Speciale is getting a pickup, and after that I'll be driving back to Nürburg. Nürburg, Nürburg. Now that's a different type of Toyota we could get. Duo Dorifto.
You know what I think we need?
What?
I think we need a Clio.
Well, here's one for you. Yep, it's a good question, by the way. We're still doubting about it. So, like I promised you guys, you're gonna get some input about us getting cars. So right now the question is, should we get a Clio? And we need some answers from you guys. Would you rent it or not? And should we modify it actually? But first, a mandatory food stop. The third time schnitzel sandwich in the day. Now just in time back to load up the Ferrari to the transporter. So of course many of you will be asking, why is the Ferrari going away? It's just getting some service and some updates, nothing major. And while they're doing that, let me show you some other goodies. So this is the 675 LT, which still has the stickers of, I'll put the link to the video down below, you can see what and why. This of course is the car that I will be driving a lot this year because it will get a complete Apex wrap. And actually, while I'm at it, let me spoil something. The thing with this car, look at 675 LT. You see this? That's a spoiler, children. You see here, it has no spoiler. Yeah, it has some slight ducktail, but once you go to 50 plus, it gets really tricky, and especially also Nordschleife in some corner sections. So we just discussed with Robert that that car is probably gonna get some spoiler upgrade. But most importantly, of course, the whole livery and lots of adventures that we're gonna have with this car. Audi R8, manual gearbox, V10, one of the last ones and actually one of the few ones that has this option. Gonna be available for rent as well and for some road tours, and I think road tours is gonna be pretty sick with that. Oh look, they're already done, so I should get my stuff and be heading back to Nürburg ring or Nürburg, doesn't matter. One more thing, this car is gonna get a little big brother in form of 675 LT Spider in amazing specifications, and I will not tell you too much about it. Just go check out Robert's Instagram profile and also make sure to subscribe to him on YouTube. Bye bye. And now it's time to head out back to Nürburg. Let's go up. And I'm back at Atomic, and I just heard I'm just in time because Oleg just came back with the parts. So let's have a look how Christmas looks in, what's it, in February, yeah. Christmas time. Turbo! Yeah, wow. HKS. JDM fanboy wet dream. We get to unload it?
We have to begin.
Blow off valves.
Okay, let me start with turbochargers.
So much cool stuff.
Should we just put some parts on the floor that we can take a bath in it?
Wow. So much wow. What's this? A black box. Ooh.
Acropopoulos.
Ooh.
Replica. from Greece.
I should be careful and not drop like what, 5,000 euro worth of turbocharger? Oh, that's not only worth a lot of money but also a lot of kilos. I even had to take my jacket off to get this everything here. Well, I realized I've been hanging around here for many days, reaching this guy's Wi-Fi, or to be more precise, Atomic Wi-Fi, and always been telling you, hey, I'm going to Atomic, blah blah blah. But what is Atomic actually? And yeah, I was really stupid not to tell you. So long story short, it's a company founded by a friend of mine almost, more than a decade ago back in Russia and Ukraine, and by now they're the largest wholesaler of aftermarket parts in Russia, and now since recently they also opened up in Dubai, and since last year they opened up at Nürburgring in Europe. And well, if you actually, I didn't include a very important vlog where this guy leaves comrades to join Atomic. I got you into it, so it's kind of my fault anyway. Yeah, so long story short, they are a major player on the market, and whether you want brake pads for your Golf GTI or turbocharger and exhaust kit for your R35 GTR, or even like you say, I want to have 2000 horsepower, please make me an offer, they can do that. So yeah, that's a long story short, and it doesn't matter whether you're individual who needs brake pads or a company who's looking for a wholesaler, because you've seen the brands HKS, Baggett, Endless, Garrett, BBS, and of course also Cosmos wheels. So yeah, just shoot those guys a message. What's your email?
My email is dg@atomic-shop.
Okay.
EU.
.eu, you'll probably see it on the screen, and it's, yeah, I don't like to make like commercials or advertisements, but I mean, I've been dealing with those guys for almost a decade myself. They've been helping me out a lot, and I know that this guy is doing a good job, and after all, I'm staying at his place, so...
You have to say that.
I have to say that because he needs to earn money, and then he can buy food, and he can feed me, you know. He can feed amazing cats.
Hey, we live from that.
Yeah. So, yeah, and the next coming months until the reception area of Apex will be ready, I'll be spending my time here most probably, so... I could also help you out with parts, but don't bother me because I already have a lot of other emails to answer. But yeah, if you need something, and they're gonna also open up a service area, right? Well, not you, but
yeah, we will do it in cooperation with
yeah.
Redtech.
One of the main problems when you come to the Nürburgring, especially from UK or something, and you mess up your brake pads, I had, well, through the years that I'm working here, many people stopping by here like, hey, do you have brake pads for me? Can you change them? No, I'm sorry. Or any other shop will say, no, we're too busy. But here, a lot of stuff in stock. because that's also a big problem in Germany, because the Deutsche Post is so damn effective. Nobody has anything in stock. They just we order it and we have it next day, right?
Yep.
And those guys will have anything in stock, so God may forbid that something will happen to your ride and you need a replacement. That's the place to go. Or if you need to finish something off your build. Okay, enough talking. I'm gonna go to Apex to check out the construction process, and yeah, maybe come back here or whatever. See you at Apex. But before I go, I totally forgot. Remember I told you that we're gonna get different rims for the GT86? I already bought them, and they are here, STI rims. So is this a blasphemy, putting STI rims on the GT86? I think not, because they're kind of more or less the same. I mean, GT86 and Subaru BRZ, and we still stay in JDM. And speaking of many HKS boxes that we see over there, I decided that we should go for the full manifold and exhaust system of HKS for GT86. Let me know if you agree with that. No answer. So the guys might be out for lunch, or windy. But I see that they have made some progress, because there's more trash to be thrown away. Yeah, a bit too much intro, so I decided to go back in the up and tell you what's up. I just cannot get this pun out of my head. But anyway, nobody here, probably out for lunch or don't know what, but you've seen that the progress has been made. There's a lot of trash outside. I wanted to say I will cover the progress tomorrow, but I'm actually going to Holland tonight, and I will be only back in 2 days. That means no progress about Apex in the next coming days, but a lot of other interesting content, and after that Apex. But for now, food vlog. Food. Fourth schnitzel sandwich in the last 24 hours. And the second Nutella muffin. I might have some problems. Stop by for a quick stop at Gatsby for tea. Oh, I had suddenly to go, so they gave me a cup as well with tea.
Yeah, a cup with tea.
A cup with tea?
But not a cup.
It is a cup. But there are a lot of Porsche cups on it. So Daniel gonna drive the up while I enjoy my cup. The cup has arrived to its destination. The cup has arrived to Atomic Office.
At least he has a cup now.
Yes. And we're joined by Oleg. And if you need some engine remapping, send them an email to ok@atomic-shop.com. And he said that if he will receive 10 emails, he will buy me lunch.
But if I get a spam from this, I will kill you.
And your mobile phone.
Yeah, and your mobile phone.
A small fast forward, already left Atomic and on my way to pick up my stuff at Daniel's house, and then I'm gonna go to Holland. But first, if you thought that this whole tea and cup thing was useless, watch this. $102 race fuel. Fuck yeah. And the fast forward about 200 kilometers and I have arrived to Holland. Just want to let you know that I've arrived safely, because as a matter of fact I only slept like 2 hours last night because I was editing up until 4 in the morning. Then I went to bed slightly later, and then at 7 we had to get up because we had to bring the 7 Series away. And then suddenly we bought GT86. Yeah, we had to do it at some point, but it was a nice surprise, because as a matter of fact we only had it scheduled for Friday. So that's plus 1 car, minus 1 thing to do, and plus a lot of other things to do because we want to tune it and so on and so on. But yeah, in case you're wondering what's going to happen tomorrow, a lot of personal stuff, but also car related stuff, because I'm going to JRZ, or how should I pronounce it properly? We'll ask them tomorrow. Anyway, it's a suspension manufacturer that is probably going to deliver suspension for GT86 and the rest of our cars. So yeah, tomorrow some engineering and some other stuff. Thanks for watching. Bye-bye. Bye.